This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through your 2018 Mesa Ridge Lite model 2510BH. Okay? So I'm on the door side of the trailer. I'm walking towards the rear. You have regular scissor type stabilizer jacks, one on each corner. They're operated with a crank or a 3/4 inch socket on a drill, which most people use that these days. You have a quick connect for your LP system, so you can connect a grill or a griddle or whatever you have that runs on LP low pressure, and you can just hook up to it right there. You've got a back door on this, which goes right to the bathroom and bunk room. Okay. You've got a power awning with LED strip. Okay. That's the service panel for your refrigerator. You have a power here, and then you have coax through from the antenna, so you can watch TV outside if you choose. Also, this is the vent for your range hood. If you want to vent using it, you can push up this baffle here, free it up, and it'll flap freely. Whenever you're venting, you want to flap freely like that. If you're not, just keep it shut. Excuse me. This is good. Your hitch here. We'll have it. We'll show you how it works when you come to pick up the trailer, obviously, but you can always refer back to Reese's website, and they do have hookup videos. You can follow the links to it to refresh your memory. This is just your sewer dump hose right there. This is a reducer to reduce, let's see if I can see it here, to reduce the your 30 amp power cord to a 15 amp household plug or a 20. Also, this is just a hookup for a solar panel. If you were to ever purchase a solar panel to charge your battery, you'd plug it in right there. This is a Furrion brand. It's their, I suppose their proprietary plug, I'm not sure, but keep in mind that's Furrion. You got 2 tanks with an automatic changeover regulator. You don't have to select the tanks, it just changes over automatically. Now your power tongue jack has a plug on the top, so you can actually pull this plug out and use your 3/4 inch crank that you would use for your stabilizer jacks or your drill, and you can actually operate this manually. If it happens to fail, you can always get yourself out of trouble. Deep cycle marine battery. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I missed something. Let's go back to the other side. I thought it was on this side, but it's not. This is your kill switch for your battery right here. Let me see if I can get a picture of it because I'm having a hard time seeing there it is right there. So this goes in, you have to line up right there and on. So you can turn the battery on and off. If you go into storage for a period of time, you can shut the battery off so it doesn't drain it as quickly. Keep that in mind. But all other times you want that on because your tow vehicle will charge the battery when you're plugged into the campsite. Your power converter will charge the battery, so you always keep it hooked up, except when it's in storage for any period of time. Okay, so let's see here. We've got dump valves over here. All right, so I don't see this is still locked. Let me go inside and get your keys real quickly. I should have them already, but I don't. So I can show you the docking station. Here they are right here. So this trailer has, all the locks are key to like, which is a good thing, because sometimes you get a whole fistful of keys, but this one you just have a couple. So let's see here. Excuse my shoddy camera work here. So what do we got here? That's a DB, so it's going to be this DB as in Bauer. Hopefully I got it in the right way here. Let's see. I think I hit it right though. Hold on one second. Okay. So I'll make sure I lubricate that somewhat for you, okay? Alright, so again, sorry about the camera work. So this is your docking station here for your water. Alright. So you have a quick connect for a sprayer here. It's that blue coil sprayer. Now if you see from this drawing here, city water, this blue valve handle is vertical. So if you hook your hose right up to here, turn it on, and it'll send water to the entire trailer. Okay? Now if you want to fill your onboard tank, your fresh water tank, let's say you're at a campground that does not have plumbing, so you have to pre-fill your tank and use the pump on the trailer to pump it, you just change it to this position here, like it shows you in the little diagram there, okay? Alright, so this is a black tank flush here. I'll show you what that does. Okay, you come down here to your dump valves. You got a gray valve, which is sink and shower water. And then you got the black valve, which is for the black tank, which holds toilet water and waste. So you put your hose here. Other end goes to the dump station. See if we have I just want to make sure that there's no water in the tank, because they just water tested it. So basically what you'll do is after you hook the hose up, you'll dump your black tank first. So you're just going to pull that just like that. After it dumps, you'll dump the gray tank second. Okay? Now, after that's dumped, obviously you're dumping the gray water second because it's cleaner water than the black water, that's all. So then you can close your gray valve and come up here with leaving your black valve open, come up here, hook the hose at the dump station right here, turn it on, and it'll spray out the inside of your black tank. So you have a much cleaner black tank. It cleans off the sensors, that sort of thing. Alright, so let me close up here. This is where you hook your power cord to. It's 30 feet long and 30 amps right there. Okay. You've got a ladder, which is a really good thing because you want to inspect your roof at least 3 times a season. So you go up there, or have somebody else go up there, look at all the sealant, look for cracks and separation every place you see sealant on the roof. So that you're inspecting because you don't know when you're going to have to reseal it. All trailers have to be resealed at some point, so you just don't know when. So you keep inspecting it 3 times a season until you see some problem with it developing, then you have it taken care of. You have to inspect the roof of your trailer. Everybody owns a trailer has to do that, or have somebody else do it for them, okay? Also, this housing here tells us that this is pre-wired for a backup camera. So if you get one, it's got to be the Furion camera that fits that housing, all right? This is your water heater. The switches to control it are inside. I just want to show you that this is where you drain it right here. This is the pressure release valve. You never release the pressure with hot water in the tank, or you'll scald yourself. I'm just warning you away from that. You have to let the pressure out of the system before you remove the drain plug, or else you'll get soaked. But you only do that when the water is cool. You never do that when you have hot water in the tank. Okay, so let's go inside here. Okay.
All you gotta do is straighten it up.
That's all right, just stay out of your way. So this is your control panel. Extend your awning right here. You see it goes out like so. Go back in like so. You just roll it out until it goes out 8 feet and you can see the awning tube. That's how you know you're all the way out. Never leave it out unattended. It can get damaged in just a split second by the wind, so if you're not at the campsite, you roll it in. Your slide room is this one right here. We have the slide out right now, of course. You can check your battery here. I don't know if you can see because of the glaring light, but it has lights, red LEDs that light up in 1/3 increments here. Fresh water has a little bit of water in it, but we're water tested still. Black water is empty, gray water is empty, so on and so forth. I told you you have an onboard water pump. That's right here. You use that for winterizing the trailer, plus for pumping your fresh water if you're at a campsite without plumbing on the campsite. So you can light your water heater on gas right here, or on electric. Always make sure there's water in the water heater tank before you turn it on. Your lights, you see you got a LED awning strip there. Okay, so that about covers your control panel. It's all really self-explanatory. All right, so let me just spin around and get out of Our guy's way here. I'll go this way. Okay, so your range, you spark it to light it. I don't know if we have the gas turned on, but we'll give it a shot. Otherwise, we'll just talk it through it. Oh yeah, it lit. So you just turn the burners to light and spark this by turning it clockwise, and it lights for you. The oven's a little different. You have to have a grill lighter. Now, if you see all the way down here, all the way to the back, there is a pilot light back there. So what you have to do is you put this to pilot in your oven knob, you depress it and hold it in. Keep holding it in. You take your lighter and light the pilot light back there. After it lights, you're still holding this in, of course. You hold it for another 10 seconds or so. So it heats up, then you go to operating temperature. So, and it runs like an oven does, but when you shut it off, obviously the flame of the oven goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you start the oven. So keep that in mind. Alright, your refrigerator is, I notice here that there's, I'm sure it's noted, but there seems to be a scratch on your panel. These just slide in and out. We'll get another one for you, and you can we can replace it for you, no problem. Just takes us a second. Because of the virus, we're out of just about everything, so I'm sure we don't have any in stock. That's why they didn't replace it yet. Okay. Now your refrigerator is just, it's a very simple refrigerator operated. It's gas absorption, meaning it'll run on 110 AC or it'll run on LP gas. So when you're pulling it down the road, you're running on LP gas. All other times you run it on electricity, which is also referred to as automatic. I'll show you. That's gas. You can see the gas. That is auto electric. The reason they call it auto electric is auto, an electric takes parameters. So when you turn it on, it searches for 110 AC and uses it when it finds it. If it can't find it, it'll automatically switch over to gas. Or if you're let's say you've gone away for the day out exploring somewhere, and you come back, but your refrigerator, the power, let's say the power quit at the campground, and you had a power shortage, or outage I should say. It'll automatically switch over to gas, so you don't spoil your food, so that's why they call it auto. You can also just go to electricity, but then it won't switch over to gas automatically. So when you're camping, you're going to go A with the electric plug. That's electricity takes parameters and it'll automatically seek it out. Okay? I hope that I went a long way to say something simple. I hope you got that. All right. The only other thing to know about this is it takes longer to reach operating temperature than a regular refrigerator because it is gas absorption. It does not have a compressor in it. It has a different cooling cycle, uses different chemicals. So you give it a, if you can, start it the day before. Otherwise, think about 8 hours or so to get it to operating temperature. Okay? All right. So this device down here is your power, or is your LP and carbon monoxide detector. It should always be green like that. If it's not, you get it serviced. If it goes off, you take everybody outside, shut the gas off at the front, and figure out what's going on. Okay, so there should be a power converter around here somewhere. I bet you it's back here. Let me just get to that while we're on the subject. That's if I can find it. Aha! Oh, let's see here. Could be missing something so obvious here. Well, I'm back here. Underneath the bed here, that's where you find your blue sprayer that I told you about. That connects to the quick connect, and there's your crank for your stabilizers and for the tongue jack if it happens to fail. Okay, back to the search for the power converter here. Should be right out in the open. Why am I having such a hard time finding it? Well, that's odd. Oh, so okay, I've never, actually the first time for me. They actually have it behind this door here. So we're at the back door, right inside the back door. Alright, so this is the power converter. This converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So if you open it up, this side has regular automotive, or excuse me, I'm having a hard time this morning. This side has regular household circuit breakers, just like you would see at home, and they're all labeled. So this is the 110 AC side. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. You have 12 volt fuses here, and they're labeled. If one of these fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up, And you can see it through this tinted plastic here, so you would know. Also, excuse me, this is a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery has up front, and if it's low, it'll send it 10 amps or whatever it needs. If it's charged, it'll just trickle a couple, whatever it needs to do to keep it charged, okay? You got storage underneath here, obviously, and let's see what we got here. And this obviously flips up, so you can store larger items back here or get good access. Okay, that's your escape window. You're just going to push the handle all the way through and grab a hold of the red tab and pull the screen out if you need to exit in an emergency. Alright, so you have a vent here in the bathroom with a fan. The fan should always be run with the shower. These things are built super tight these days, so you always want to vent it to the gosh, I'm sorry, that's our time. You always want to vent the humidity out, and you know, so you don't create the climate for mold or mildew, that sort of thing. Okay. I'm off to a slow start today. Sorry. All right. So, the toilet. The thing to know about the toilet is you can't use it dry meaning without water in the black tank, or without chemical. So after you hook up at the campsite, you hook up your power and your water, you come inside here, and then you take whatever chemical you use and you dump it right in the toilet, one dose. Then you're going to stand on this, water comes swirling out, and you just continue to stand on it until you put about a gallon or two of water in the black tank. The black tank is directly below. So that's a black tank down there. So you're going to put chemical and about a gallon or two of water, and there's no way to tell exactly what a gallon or two of water is. Just use common sense. It doesn't have to be exact by any means. You just have to have some water in the black tank and chemical to start using it. Okay? Otherwise you'll regret it if you don't. Okay, so you can pull the poles out of your table here and drop it down onto these cleats here and turn it into a bed, obviously. Your radio and disc player is right here, so it plays CDs and DVDs. You can stream off this USB right here. You can hook up with Bluetooth with your phone or tablet and stream from your whatever device you have. So there's a lot you can do with it. You have two speaker zones. One is speakers inside the trailer, two is outside. So it does everything you need for camping. And obviously your TV is patched through, so when you play discs, it'll play your TV. You'll have to manually reset the source on your TV when you're going the other way. When it is when the radio is set for to go out at probably HDMI 1 or however this one's set up. I'm not sure. It might just say TV. But you're going to have to go back to reset the source. But other than that, there's nothing you have to do. It's all automatic. All right. So let's see what else here. Okay, you got a swing out bracket, which is nice. Sliding doors for your bedroom, two of them. You can hook up a TV here. They've got antenna with a signal booster and a plug there. Alright, so I think that probably covers it here. Let me see. Let me just take a quick look around and see if I forgot anything. The microwave works like any other microwave, and of course this is the vent hood I told you about. You have to free up the baffle, so if you're going to run the fan, it'll vent without effort because the baffle will flap freely. Otherwise you're going to keep the baffle shut. Alright, I think we've got it here. Okay, so thanks for purchasing your trailer at National RV Detroit. And remember to inspect your roof 3 times a year minimum. And also when you bypass your water heater to put when you winterize your trailer, you have to bypass your water heater. So if you don't know about that, you have to educate yourself a bit on that. One thing I forgot, sorry. Your thermostat, you just hit it once to light it up. You see it's on cool, furnace, off, auto, which is the fan without the compressor, and back to cool auto. So it's very simple. Okay, thank you very much.